Hola amigos, bienvenidos a Insercoin, soy Jaimix. Hoy vamos a jugar a Beneath Steel Sky y vamos a ir con la sexta entrega de nuestra guía. La penúltima, nos habíamos quedado aquí en el club y lo que tenemos que volver ahora es a la plaza donde se encontraba el jardinero para volver a hablar con él y descubrir que era realmente el contacto de Anita. Así que vamos a ir a la zona donde se encontraba y vamos a hablar todas las veces que haga falta hasta que reconozca que es él.
Excuse me. Do you know a girl called Anita? Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Why do you want to know? She's been murdered. I found her body in the cathedral. Can't see why you're telling me. Excuse me. What's your name? It's Eduardo. Why? You're Anita's contact, right? How come you know so much? She left a message on her card. Listen, do you know what's happened to Link? I'm totally confused. Link is a living, self-replicating organism. Originally, it served as an advisor to the Council, but it has gradually taken control. How and why? We're really not sure. Hobart scientists have developed a virus. It will check Link's growth, if we can get it into the system. Will you give me the virus? I can't. It's been downloaded to Link's space. Anita was supposed to retrieve it, since she had a Shrievman port. So have I. I owe it to Anita to get that virus. No chance. It's bound to be guarded. I can try at least.
Después de esto nos vamos a volver a la zona donde se encontraba el Club St. James y nos vamos a ir a la puerta de la izquierda, que ahora vamos a observar que está abierta, y nos vamos a encontrar que se está celebrando un juicio y que nos van a involucrar como abogado defensor. Pues cuando nos toque hablar siempre utilizamos la primera de las opciones.
Silence in court. Security Services, Department of Justice, Inc. Judge Chutney presiding. Court is now in session.
Silence! I recognize that villain. An habitual criminal if ever I saw one.
That's Mr. Greaves, my lord. The counsel for the prosecution.
Silence when you speak to me. Now, who is the first contestant?
Defendant, my lord. The case of Union Security Services versus Howard Hobbins.
Howard Hobbins, come on up. Nice to see you, Howard. You're not nervous, are you?
Not really. The defendant is accused of gross contempt and assault of a security officer.
Intolerable. What have you got to say for yourself, eh?
I've been framed, Your Honour.
May I elucidate, my lord?
Go on then, but hurry up about it.
Officer Blunt was investigating a complaint made against Hobbins. After questioning the defendant, he was the victim of an assault.
Ah, monstrous! Off with his head!
Just a flippin' minute. Who's defending me?
Defence? Is he entitled to any?
I'm afraid so, my lord.
On my soul, whatever next? Who would be silly enough to defend this wretch? Very well, let's get on with round one. Fingers on the buzzers, everyone.
I wish to call Officer Blunt.
Call Officer Blunt.
Please tell the court what happened.
Oh,
I was assaulted. And is the culprit present in the court? Ah, that's him in the overalls. I rest my case, my lord.
Good. Where's my black cap?
We haven't heard the defence, my lord.
Is it really necessary? Oh, go on. Just don't take all day.
Now then, Officer Blunt. What was the nature of your injuries?
I got very wet.
But you didn't suffer any physical harm.
I could have caught a nasty cold.
Tell the court how you got wet.
While patrolling on Bellevue, I was saturated by a sudden shower.
Did you ascertain its source?
Oh, yeah. I heard laughter from the walkway above.
So, you saw the accused pour the liquid?
I couldn't see anything. My eyes were full of water. But I'd recognize his laugh anywhere.
Just how well do you know Hobbins?
I've never met him before.
And yet you say you recognized his laughter.
I don't know.
Who lodged the complaint against Hobbins?
Objection, my lord. Defense is contriving to lead the witness.
It was a simple question. I wish to establish the seriousness of the complaint made against my client.
I shall permit the witness to answer. However, I'm awarding Mr. Greaves 5 points for a well-timed interruption.
So who did lodge the complaint?
It was Daniel Piermont.
What was Mrs. Piermont's grievance?
Cruelty to her pet dog. I interviewed Hobbins on 4 occasions, but he still hasn't confessed.
Four interrogations suggests harassment.
Objection, my lord. Officer Blunt is not the subject of this trial.
Quite correct. Objection sustained. 10 points to the prosecution.
No further questions, Your Honor. I'd like to question the defendant. Did you assault Officer Blunt?
Objection, my lord.
Why, man, what's wrong?
Repetition, my lord?
Objection overruled.
Are you guilty of assault, Howard?
Not me. I was fixing one of the cooling pipes, and it burst.
So Blunt soaking was an accident?
Not exactly.
Why did the pipe burst?
Some joker had cut a power cable and overloaded the steam release in the power station. That's what damaged the cooling pipe.
Oh, I see. Did you laugh at Blunt's predicament?
Laugh? I'd nearly wet me pants.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Greaves, you may start the bonus round.
The facts speak for themselves, my lord. Hobbins is a cruel and callous man with no respect for law and order. I recommend the maximum possible sentence.
Any comments from the defense?
I don't believe this is happening. This is total madness. You've all been warped in some way. And I think Link is the cause.
Silence! I've heard quite enough of this nonsense. So it's time for me to make my judgment. Howard Hobbins, You've won tonight's star prize. Life imprisonment. However, in view of your service to the city, I'm going to reduce your sentence. 2 hours community service. Court dismissed.
Después de este juicio interminable, nos volvemos al Club St. James y vamos a irnos a la zona donde se encontraba la máquina de discos, que ahora sí nos va a dejar ponerla, y la vamos a activar hasta que Colston se enfade por la canción que hemos puesto. Pues vamos a poner la primera mismo y decida levantarse. En ese momento tendremos que coger la copa que ha dejado en la mesa.
Hey, music lover. If you're looking for the best in sounds, I got 'em. The music of the spheres right here on Earth. So come on, get your fingers on my buttons. Let's make beautiful music together.
How offensive. Why they put voices in these machines is beyond me.
I'm all warmed up for you, baby.
Shut up and let me check the selections. Oh Lord, it's mostly country and western.
Nobody's perfect.
Ah, there are 3 tunes by the resident band.
So, what's your choice, big boy?
You search but find nothing.
Pressing the buttons doesn't achieve anything.
Una vez que tenemos la copa, nos vamos a ir a la planta que se encuentra justo arriba, porque nos vamos a volver a ir al centro de cirugía estética, porque con esas huellas dactilares que tenemos de Colston, vamos a irnos allí a la clínica y le vamos a pedir al doctor que nos implante esas huellas dactilares para así pues, poder activar las cosas que pueda activar Colston. Así que nos vamos a ir a la clínica, hablamos con el doctor y después de hablar con él, le damos el vaso que acabamos de recoger.
Excuse me.
Thanks again for the port, Doc.
It's a pleasure to do business with you.
Excuse me.
Can you match my fingerprints to those on this glass?
Oh, yes. My machine will do that automatically.
It's not against the law, is it?
Whatever gave you that idea?
Don't security use them to check people's identities?
If they do, it's the first time I've heard of it. The usual procedure for identification of suspects is a retina scan at the post-mortem. Now, about these prints you requested. Open the panel on my machine and insert the glass. Then place your hands in the otodermatome.
Will this hurt, Doc?
Oh yes, quite considerably.
Ya tenemos las huellas dactilares, así que nos vamos a volver otra vez al Club St. James. Dentro del club, al lado de la puerta que se encuentra a la derecha, vamos a encontrar una placa que es la que se va a utilizar para leer nuestras recién estrenadas huellas dactilares, lo cual nos va a dar acceso al almacén. Una vez en el almacén, vamos a utilizar la palanca en la caja grande y eso va a hacer que se suelte un tablón. Con ese tablón lo vamos a poner encima de la caja pequeña, que está un poco débil, y nos va a permitir pues montarnos encima y tener acceso a la rejilla.
With the lid on top, it might bear my weight.
En dicha rejilla vamos a utilizar de nuevo la palanca inicialmente y posteriormente las tijeras de podar.
Can't see anything, but I can feel a breeze.
Nos metemos por el hueco y aparecemos en el metro.
The subway. It's like a warren built by giant rabbits.
Nos dirigimos hacia la derecha y luego nos tenemos que meter en la parte de arriba. Ahora inicialmente vais a ver que paso de largo, pero hay que meterse por ese camino que se bifurca ahí. En esta parte hay que tener especial cuidado porque hay muchos puntos en los que podemos morir y perder la partida. Así que fijaos bien en los movimientos que voy haciendo. Ahora cuando pasemos a por ese túnel, pasaremos por una sala previa, la cual la pasamos de largo, y llegaremos a una segunda sala donde vemos que hay un agujero en la pared. Bueno, en ese agujero en la pared aparece un bicho que nos mata. Así que tenemos que conseguir que le dé miedo salir. El bicho tiene miedo a la luz, así que vamos a encontrar un casquillo donde vamos a colocar la bombilla que tenemos y así ya podremos tener vía libre para pasar. Nos vamos por la derecha, ahora sin peligro, y llegamos a esta zona de la parada del metro.
It's the station's name. Museum.
Nos metemos por esa puerta y nada más entrar le damos rápidamente a la puerta que se encuentra a la derecha del todo, porque el techo empieza a caerse, así que hay que hacer esto rápidamente. En la siguiente sala nos vamos a encontrar esta especie de venas y si os fijáis en la parte central hay como una especie de parte marrón, pues vamos a utilizar ahí la barra 2 veces para conseguir que se caiga un ladrillo.
I've exposed the bricks beneath the plaster.
Recogemos el ladrillo y el yeso que se ha caído. Y ahora buscamos entre las venas un coágulo donde vamos a utilizar primeramente la barra de metal y luego el ladrillo con dicha barra.
The skin's too thick to puncture. It's penetrated the outer skin. Ugh! I made a hole right through the vein.
Esto ha provocado una hemorragia y va a hacer que aparezca un robot médico. En cuanto aparezca, aprovechamos para meternos por la puerta. Ahora nos vamos a la puerta de arriba y nos encontramos con una especie de caldera que, como veis ahí, se va abriendo y cerrando. Lo que tenemos que hacer es que se cierre y para ello nos vamos a la unidad de control y le damos a que baje la temperatura. Eso va a provocar que se cierre al mínimo la tapa esa y por tanto podamos subirnos encima y tirar de la palanca que hay en la rejilla de arriba.
Better be careful. Pulling the handle has loosened the grill.
Una vez hecho esto, nos salimos y pasamos a la siguiente sala que se encuentra hacia la derecha, donde nos vamos a encontrar a un robot que está como recargándose y en el cual vamos a poder colocar el chip de Joey para volver a traerlo a la vida.
How do you feel, Joe?
I'm completely operational, and all my circuits are functioning perfectly.
That's a relief. Is there any immediate danger?
If your presence here is detected, termination is more than likely. Negative.
Are you really the Joey I grew up with? You don't sound like him.
That is unavoidable. My shell has a limited syntactic processor.
Oh well. At least you're not so argumentative.
Y con esto paramos de momento la guía hasta el que será el último episodio, así que yo como siempre me despido hasta el siguiente vídeo de Insert Coin. ¡Hasta luego!